What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the Team Fish Niggles YouTube channel. Now, today is Main Deck Monday, and today we are looking at the Bronzong Mega Rayquaza deck that I used to get top 32 at regionals. I guess it might not be a main deck right now, but I definitely think that this deck will definitely be a main deck to watch out for. I think it's definitely the best version of Rayquaza that we have out right now, so that's how I'm going over the deck. Now we have seen Mega Rayquaza before. Mega Rayquaza has Aim Break, 30 damage times the number of your bench Pokemon, which is pretty cool. With 8 out, you can do 240, which one-shots a Primal Groudon. We have the Shaman for setup and for Sky Return. It does 30 damage, returns to your hand. 1 Aegis Slash, Mighty Shield, prevent all damage done to Pokemon by attacks from each of your opponents that has special energy cards attached to it. And this is basically kind of like a wall. You kind of set it up against certain Pokemon, certain decks while you're setting up, like Toad and stuff. Play a 3-2 Bronzong line. You usually only need 1 out, and it has Metal Links. You attach a Metal Energy card from your discard to one of your bench Pokemon. Gabalion with Righteous Edge 30, and you discard Special Energy. And still below 100, this attack isn't affected by weakness, resistance, or any other effects on defending Pokemon. 1 Keldeo for the Russian and attack, Russian ability, and I guess Secret Sword if you really want to use it if someone's weak to water. 3 Acrobite to kind of help draw through the deck. 2 Compress to put stuff in the discard pile. 1 Computer Search to kind of consistency draw through your deck. 3 Trainer Mails, look at the top 4 cards. Get a trainer except for Trainer's Mail. 4 Verse Seeker, get a supporter at the discard pile. 2 Lysander, bring up a bench Pokemon. 1 Trump card, which if you don't know, Trump card has been banned, and I'll have a video down below where I talk about more about it. But I think this deck can definitely still survive without Trump card, or maybe it's just gonna be weird because like if somebody Skyfields you and you have to discard Pokemon, you can't Trump card them back and stuff like that. Oh, man, it just seems like it's a good and bad thing. But we do the Trump card will probably become a secret Sacred Ash, so that way you can get Pokemon back. You can get 5 Pokemon back with the Sacred Ash, so that seems pretty cool. And maybe the Computer Searcher might become Douse Machine, just so you can reuse Sacred Ash if you need to. But I still think the Computer Searcher is really clutch. 1 in, 1 Fan Club. When Fan Club takes place in Winona, I like this more than Winona in this deck. Now, usually Winona is the supporter of choice, but I like the one Fan Club in here because you can search out the Steel and Water Pokemon. 3 Skyfield, 2 Floatstone, 2 Mega Rayquaza Spirit Links, 4 DCE, and 5 Steel. But I guess talking about when Trump card gets rotated, I guess you get up your counts and play less Juniper. There's no real need to draw through your deck that fast, and you do have the Shamans for later to kind of draw if your opponent does in you down to like 1 or 2 prizes in the later game. But healthy, if you haven't seen it, I actually did an interview with myself. I talk about the deck myself and stuff like that, and I give a recap of my regional. So if you want to see that, the link will be down below. Once again, shout out to Steve Guthrie, who actually kind of came up with the list, and I tweaked out a couple cards here and there to make it fit more of my playstyle and the stuff I like. But let's see the deck in action. Alrighty, so we're playing against WR Heretic, world renowned Heretic, if you know him. He does have his own YouTube channel. I'll link him down below. He is the one who actually made this list, and like I said earlier, I did tweak it to my own liking. That's a pretty cool thing there. Hold on, let me quitting out of Skype real quick. Alright, there we go. Alright. Oh, speaking of Crushing Hammers, or speaking of Size Turn, like we did earlier. Alright, we have a Battle Compressor turn 1. We have a First Seeker. We'll draw a Mulligan. So we see the dreaded Toad deck. Now, the problem that Rayquaza had at first was that once your energies get discarded off your Rayquaza and stuff like that, you can't really come back from it. But with this deck, you have that option because you can Bronzong back him into your Rayquaza and stuff like that. So it's really interesting to see this. Now, it's going to be, I wonder what kind of Size Stone deck he's playing. Here we see a Trainer's Mail. We see an Ultra Ball. So we see AZ. Now, this might be a Shaman version. There we see a Shaman. So yeah, it's going to be a Shaman Size to deck. There we see a DC come down. Here we see a Shaman. Draws. You have 6. Then he has 6 cards in his hand. Here we see another Toad come down. Here we see a Super Scoop Up trying to pick that Shaman up. There we see the Shaman coming back up to his hand. I imagine so. Yeah, there we go. Here we see a Shaman come down. Draw 2 more cards. I guess he's digging for a laser here. That'd be my best guess. Here we see a Verbate come down. Super Scoop Up. Heads. Pick up the Shaman again. Now, the thing about him dropping the Verbic early is we could actually just count it with our Skyfield. Here we see another Shaman for 2. I think He hasn't seen a laser yet. And we see a first supporter come down in. Oh my goodness. Alright. We had a decent hand. Now we have a kind of weird hand here. So the Shaman. Here we see an Acrobike. Look at the top two cards of your deck. Pick one, discard the other. What card did he discard? Sycamore. Here we see a Trainer's Mail. He is digging for this laser. I mean for a laser right here. We see a Verse Seeker. Still not a laser. But he has a Verse Seeker for next turn. We see a Mustman come down. Another Mustman come down. And a pass. Alright. So, get the Metal Energy. Ultra Ball this and this. Yeah, look, we're trying to set as much Pokemon as we can this turn. So we'll discard these two. So Cabalion's in here. Is Keldeo in here? Keldeo's in here. Now our Aegis Slash is not in here, so that's not that big of a deal. I'm going to get Keldeo. So the main thing you want to get turn 1 is Keldeo, so that way you can actually reuse them. So put the Keldeo down, put the Skyfield down. It will play Shaman. Draw 4 cards. Here we go. Alright. So we can Ultra Ball these two. We can Ultra Ball these two. We get the Float Stone. We can Float Stone this. I think this is the best play here. Let's Float Stone the Keldeo. So we get the Float Stone now turn 1. We get the Trainer's Mail. And what card do we want to discard is the question here. I guess we'll discard Lysander. It's not going to be that useful here. So put that down. Discard the Lysander. And the reason I'm saying discard is because we're going to Juniper our hand away. Man, it kind of stinks. I wish we had another way to get an energy down or something for sure. So, I mean, I guess we can Ultra Ball these two away. And get a Shaman. Yeah, I guess that seems good. We'll get a Shaman down. Put the Shaman down. Try and draw to Caballion. Alright, so we're able to get a Caballion this turn, so that's pretty strong here. We'll computer search discard this and the DCE. And the reason I'm doing this is because we can put a Floatstone on a Caballion. In that case, if we display Headringers, we can get around it. So we get the Caballion down. We get the Metal Energy. We'll put a Floatstone on the Caballion, and then we'll just Juniper here. Now, we get an Ultra Ball. We'll discard a Metal. And probably a Mega Rayquaza. And here we'll get a Bronzor. Start shedding up a Bronzor if we can. Put that down. And I guess we'll Verse Seeker for Juniper. Verse Seeker for Juniper. Just in case he ends us, we have 2 Junipers in our deck. He'll rush in or retreat. Or if he Quake punches us, we have a way to get it back. And we'll Righteous Edge here for 30. Discarding that DC. That's pretty crazy turn 1, but that happens a lot with this deck. Now, the only thing that we kind of missed there was a Spirit Link. Here we see a Verbic come down. Not that big of a deal. We have another Skyfield in our hand. Here we see another DC come down. He did have one in his hand. And, does he have an energy or a supporter? And we just see a Quake Punch for 50. Okay, so on to my turn. We get the Skyfield. We get the Fan Club here. And we'll get a Bronzor and a Shaman. So get those two. Put down the Bronzor. Put down the Shaman, draw 3 cards. We get the Bronzong down, and we can either Metal Links to the Caballion in the active or to the Keldeo. Now I'm actually going to do it to the Keldeo, and here's why. If he plays as a Rosic to get rid of the Floatstone, we can Metal Links here and then attach to Caballion. So that seems pretty strong, and we'll just Righteous Edge. Discard the other DCE. So now we have 2 DC in the discard pile, so we're doing pretty good here. This is why the deck kind of is really good against Toad. Here we see an Acrobike, so he top decked something to play against or play with. So Acrobike, what card did he discard? So he discarded Sycamore, so this other card must be good. Oh, here we see a Laser, so you get the Laser, the DCE. Does he have a supporter or not? Maybe he just really wanted that DC. Oh, we see a Verse Seeker here. I guess let's get a Sycamore. Maybe the turn before he had another DC in his hand and he didn't want to discard it. So, so he's going to do 80 total, which will not knock us out. Here we see another Acrobike. But after this, he only have 1 DC left in his deck. And the next turn, I'm actually going to attach one of the Middle Links to this Rayquaza. And the reason why is because we get a... Oh, here we see... Hold on. Maybe I'll take this back. Alright, so we see it heads. So we see a we're gonna see an energy get discarded. I'll take Cobalion, but that's not that big of a deal. We can just rush in and attach the metal to the Cobalion or the Cobalion. Yeah. So let's see here. Oh, he's actually gonna hit me for 60 because he has no Verbank out right now, which is pretty good. I just said 80, so we're gonna be. He still can't two-shot me here. Well, no, yeah, he can. He can two-shot me next time if he drops a laser and Verbank. So let's see what else he has. So my turn now. We're gonna rush in, and well, we're going Juniper first and see what we get here. So we get a DCE. All right, we'll attach DC to Rayquaza, and we'll Juniper here. And try to get another Bronzong because he's going to have to eventually trump card to get his DCs back, which is the main thing here. So we're going to rush in here. I hate that the Pokemon like switch around like that. Metal Links to the Cobalion. Now he can knock me out next turn, which is kind of scary. Which is hopefully he doesn't have another DC here. So we'll just retreat to Cobalion, and here we'll Righteous Edge for 30. Now next turn we can kill him with Dragon Pulse. We have to discard the top 3 cards of our deck, but hopefully he doesn't have the 4th DCE. We've discarded 3 so far. We did get the other Bronzong too. That's what I was really hoping for, was a Bronzong. The Bronzong's gonna be really clutch here, or 2 Bronzongs really clutch here. So here we see computer search. Time to find out is the 4th DC here or not. Hopefully it's not. Hopefully he has one prized. But if he does have one, it's not that big of a deal. I've seen crazier things happen. So he's taking a second, so maybe it is prized. Fingers crossed here, guys. But next turn, if he doesn't Quake Punch us, we're going to Trainer's Mail to try to get a Link and actually evolve the Rayquaza into a Mega Rayquaza here. And I guess we can just knock him out Mega Rayquaza, which seems pretty strong. There we see the DC come down. Okay, here we see a Jirachi. Now here he's going to have the trump card. That's probably what he's drawing for here, is the trump card. Because we're going to knock him out this turn. There we see a trump card come down. First Seeker. Probably just get another supporter for next turn. Probably a Sycamore. And we're going to knock out this Toad this turn. We're going to send Rayquaza, knock it out. We can just attach a Metal Energy to it and actually Dragon Pulse for the knockout, like I was just saying earlier. Now the only problem now is we don't have the Verse Seeker for Juniper, but we will take the first prize here unless he has the Verbank Laser. Oh, we see the header come down on the Rayquaza. That kind of hurts us there, but we have the DC in hand to actually use Dragon Pulse still. So that's okay. Here we see a trump card. All right, so nobody has a discard pile except the one trump card in there, and it's gonna be interesting to see, does he have the Verbank Laser? Or an Enhanced Hammer. I didn't see an Enhanced Hammer the first time around, though. Or is it Rosic? So I'll just wait to see what happens. Kind of stinks that we have Aegislash prize, because what I want to do is just waste one turn with the Aegislash in the active spot and just kind of Mega Evolve there, since now we have the Link. But here we'll rush in. Attach a DC here. We will retreat to Rayquaza, and here we'll just Dragon Pulse for the knockout. Alright, we do discard the top 3 cards. They are Metal, Trump Card, and Bronzor. That is perfectly fine with me. Here we get 2 cards. We get an N and another Rayquaza. Here we send Toad coming to the active spot. Now it's with this Juniper, can he get the laser? And that's the question. Or not the laser, the DC. Here we see a laser come down. Speaking of it, and we're gonna see a Juniper here for sure, or Sycamore. Sorry. So let's see, does he get the DC or not? It's the big question of the day. Okay, so we're playing Dragalge here. Now the problem with Dragalge with us is he can license up the Keldeo and have it kind of stuck in the active spot. So I have to see here. Sorry, my phone's ringing. Alright, so, we don't see it. Okay, very nice for us. So get the Rayquaza down. Here we'll Ultra Ball, discard an Ultra Ball and a Metal Energy to get a Bronzong. Put the Bronzong down. Trainer's Mail. We're looking for a... Okay, does that work? No, we need the N, kinda. So we'll get the Ultra Ball. I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Alright, so we can Metal Links here, but we really need to draw into a Spirit Link here. So we will... In? Yeah, we'll in. That's fine. Alright, so we get the Trainer's Mail. That's not what we need here. But we have a supporter for next turn for sure. So Verse Seeker for the N for next turn. We only have one in the discard. Oh, we have two. Okay, so here we can actually do 100 with Cobalion, but he can knock us out. So we're gonna rush in here. We're gonna Metal Links, Metal here, Metal Links here. We will retreat to the Rayquaza, and we'll Dragon Pulse for 100, and then next turn we can try to knock him out. We see we discard a Juniper, Rayquaza, and Battle Compressor. Oh, Spirit Link, we need you so much. Let's see what my opponent has. Okay, so we enhance him here to get rid of the DC. Now we don't have any more metals in the discard pile. Here we see an Acrobat come down. Wonder what card he discarded. See a Super Scoop. We just get discarded. I guess the other card must be pretty important. Waiting to see what happens here. I see the Ultra Ball here. I imagine this will get a Shaman or the Dragalge. Oh, he discards a Burbank City too. Okay, here we see a Shaman. So I guess he wants to set up more here, which is fine with me. That's a fine play there. Just kind of wish we would have got a Spirit Link last turn so we can try to get a Mega Rayquaza, because he's probably going to Toad Punch us here. So most likely he's going to Toad Punch us. Here we see a Trainer's Mail. Probably looking. He's just still digging. He is looking for a DC here. Here we see an N. The N doesn't really matter. We have 4 cards in the hand, but at least he knows that our one supporter is in also, so he knows we have a supporter. Here we see an Acrobike. See another Acrobike come down. Let's see, what card did he discard? He discarded a Muscle Band. Doesn't really need that card. Here we see an Ultra Ball. Get another Shaman here, most likely. And we see a Toad come down. Okay. So if he has like a Cassius and AZ, that'd be pretty clutch here. See a Shaman. So now he's got 6 Pokemon on the bench. And now if he drops a Verbank, we're going to be in a weird situation. We actually discard the Cobalion here, which I think is the right play, so that way he can't actually hurt us. Or take a knockout here. So just waiting to see what happens. See a computer search. So we will see a DCE here. Well, he hasn't played a supporter yet either. So I imagine this will get a DCE, or maybe someone to get the Toad in the bench spot into the active. Here we see a Lysander. We're going to bring up the Cobalion. That's what I was talking about. We can't really, if we could save him, that'd be great. But it seems like we can't do that. So we see a Quake Punch here, knocking out the Cobalion. Now here we have a chance to actually kill him with this Rayquaza. So here we send up Keldeo. We can Metal Links here. Alright, so we get our own Lysander. It's not really that useful right now. Do we have 2 metals? In the discard we only have 1, that's what I thought. So we can set up for 2, which seems pretty good. Hopefully we draw a different supporter. Alright, we get the DCE here. Or we can put it here. Huh. I guess we'll put on the Rayquaza without the head ringer. So put it here. And then we will in. That's fine. Now we get the Mega Rayquaza. We're actually just gonna Metal Links the metal here. And then we will retreat. Make sure I click retreat. Almost click the end turn. Send up the Rayquaza and we will Dragon Pulse for the knockouts. We don't even need Mega Rayquaza. Discard 2. Oh, we get Aegislash and we get a Spirit Link. Alright, what do we discard? A Battle Compressor, Juniper, and N. Okay, we still have in for next turn though, so that's pretty good. We might have to waste a turn of rushing in and retreating to a Shaman and just Mega Evolve and take our last prize that way. We do have the Lysander for next turn to kill this Jirachi, so that's a pretty cool thing there. Let's see what happens here. We see an Acrobike. Wonder what card he's going to get here. Okay, so he discarded a Trainer's Mail. We see the Dragalge come active. Now, the problem, like I said, if he has a Lysander, Verbank, just a laser, we'd be pretty trouble here. So we see Super Scoop Up, we see a laser. None of these cards matter. Does he have a supporter or not? That's the question. Alright. See a Verse Seeker. Now, is he going to get a Juniper and in here? He needs to get an in here. Okay, so he gets the in here. Smart play there. Oh, we top decked the Lysander. Oh my goodness. This is why you play two Lysanders now. Oh, we see a Skyfall come down, but that doesn't really matter. We'll discard a Shaman. Shaman. And a Shaman. The only thing is, did he get rid of a Pokemon? Did he not have one to discard? Doesn't seem like it. Okay. So if he doesn't have, like... Do we have 2 medals in the discard pile? Well, okay, we have none. As long as he doesn't get an Enhanced Hammer, we can win this game right now. We just Lysander the Jirachi and win. So we'll see what he has here. Or does he even have a... well, it doesn't matter how many trainers. I was going to say, does he have a DC to actually attack us with? We see him discard a Verse Seeker. Here we see Question Hammer. Big card here. Oh, he gets the heads. So I imagine the DC will go away here. Okay, we see the DC go away here. Now, what do we top deck here? Alright, so we see a pass from him. Very nice. Going to my turn. Get the Ultra Ball. It's not what we need. Alright. Like I said, we do have the Lysander, but we don't have 2 metal energies in the discard pile. We have none, actually. We have 3 DCs in there. That kind of stinks. Yeah, we have 1, 2, 3, 4. So we have 4 in play. So we'll have to Juniper here. Oh man, this hand though. Alright, so Ultra Ball discard, Verse Seeker, and Fan Club. I guess we'll waste turn getting a Mega Rayquaza. I mean, we're not really wasting a turn. We're just getting a Mega Rayquaza to actually win next turn. We'll rush in, retreat to a Shaman, and end our turn here. Now we need to draw into one. Okay, we have multiple stuff we can draw into. We have 2 Skyfields left. 1, 2, 3. All of our Shamans are gone. That's the only problem here. But we have other Pokemon to play with. We have Aegislash. I think we have another Rayquaza. We don't have a Bronzong or a Cobalion. We might not. I think we have enough to actually win the game next turn if everything pans out. So we see a Trainer's Mail here for an N. Alright, man, we're 1 energy off right now. Alright, so you see the token active for the DCE. We'll see a Quake Punch for 30. We get Tint of Fire and Burn here. I think that's what we're gonna do here. We're gonna rush in, retreat to this Rayquaza, attach a metal here, and we'll Tint of Fire and Burn for 60. So now we can just attack him 2 more times, and we can win the game here. Attack killing the Side Stone, as long as he doesn't have anything. But we see that he only has 3 cards left in his deck too, so he has to trump card here very soon, or he's just gonna lose. But we still have the Keldeo. I don't think he plays the Rosic. We haven't seen a single one of those, so that's pretty cool here. How many Verse Seekers is down? 2 Verse Seeker. So I imagine he has 2 left. He is debating his decision right now. If we get an energy, we can just win next turn with this Mega Rayquaza. So he has to scoop up this guy, and or just pray that we don't have another energy to top deck. But if you trump cards here, we get all our DCs back. So I guess I attached his metal too early. I was just thinking that he plays Zerosig, and it hasn't seemed like he does. So we're just waiting to see what happens here. Oh no. He says Skyfall glitch. So he can't actually attach the he can't attach the head ringer to the Mega Rayquaza, which it seems like it's probably a big deal here. So I'll tell him I want to attack and let's have 4 energies on him. So fair enough. I'll keep my word that way. He received Verse Seeker. I imagine this will get a trump card. I cannot see it getting anything else. Yeah, there's a trump card for sure. So Verse Seeker probably get a Sycamore for next turn. Have we've seen AZ at least once, right? We've seen AZ in here. Yeah, so the AZ is in there. Okay, so we see we get the in, actually, so that's probably the better play here. He'll probably just see a Quick Punch here for 30. He can't really put down any more Shamans right now because he has a full bench. So, but we know an in is coming next turn, which is good for us because we don't have any, we don't have anything really in our hand. So. But he doesn't know that. I don't think he does. So we'll see what happens here. Hopefully we can top deck a DC and win the game. Haven't seen, he hasn't played a Crush Hammer either. So just waiting to see what happens. We both just got trump card, just chilling in our prizes. So you see a Quick Punch for 30. What do we get here? A Computer Search. That's not helpful. I guess we'll just Intensify and Burn here for 60. And the next turn we can win the game here. He doesn't have a way to retreat. We know he has the one in his hand. Here we see Crush Hammer. Doesn't really matter if he gets heads because we're just going to rush in, retreat, or just attach the metal to the Rayquaza. So we see DC go to the Shaman. He kind of was like, never mind, don't really want to do that. Here we see an in. Hey, there's a Spirit Link that we've been digging for forever. Now, does he have a way to retreat this Toad or not is the question of the day. Does he have one or not? Here we see a Laser. Tails. Alright. So that's doing 60 to us, which is not a knockout. If he knocked us out here, that'd be pretty cool. Here we see a Mustman come down, still not knocking us out. And we see that we actually win the game here. And we're just going to Intensify and Burn for 60, knocking out the Toad. And there we go. There we see a victory. And that's how this deck can beat a Toad Shaman. Now, we didn't even attack with Mega Rayquaza. That's how good this deck is. You just kind of beat Toad with just regular Cabalion and stuff like that. But hopefully you enjoyed this game. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. And if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. And I know this deck has changed some because of Roaring Skies. And I just noticed that I was recording in a different mode. I wasn't recording in PTC Joe. So sorry it wasn't full screen the whole time. I don't know why it went glitched like that. But hopefully you enjoyed. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Alrighty, bye.